Boy, the way Glenn Miller played.
Songs that made the hit parade.
Guys like us, we had it made. Those were the days.
Florida AFL-CIO Legislative Update is back for another ratings smash. This week saw another round of the audience favorites and some new misadventures, mishaps, and misanthropy from Florida's legislative leaders.
Yeah, have you seen the latest unemployment figures?
I'm looking at an unemployment figure right now.
The Florida Legislature is attempting to lower the volume on the voices of the citizens of the Sunshine State. House Bill 1127 would make it harder for us to put important initiatives up for election by the people.
Why is it that these measures that passed by 70% couldn't get a hearing? This is an absolutely necessary check on the power of the legislative branch, who is here to serve the people. And if the people decide they're not being served, they have to have a way to redress their grievances.
Without these ballot initiatives, we wouldn't have, we wouldn't have class size restrictions. We wouldn't have medical marijuana, the higher minimum wage. We wouldn't have passed property tax breaks for the spouses of fallen soldiers, affordable housing bills. Like, the people of Florida have spoken on what they want, and this bill would silence them.
I've been in this sitcom before, and I've been in this episode before, and we've had this conversation before about attacks on direct democracy, and yet here we are again, and the legislature for years has chipped away at the ability of Floridians to bring citizens initiatives, and I think this is a bridge too far.
HB 1127 passed the Judiciary Committee 14-6.
Yeah, but Archie, that's outmoded thinking. It doesn't work. In today's society, if something doesn't work, you throw it out.
Well, you don't work. Maybe we better throw you out.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. DeSantis and his buddies are attempting to suppress the vote in the name of fixing a problem that doesn't exist with Senate Bill 524.
Use us as your elections information source. Don't depend on the internet. Don't depend on social media. Don't depend on anybody but the elections professionals here in Florida that inarguably, as far as I'm concerned, executed the best election in the nation in the year 2020. Hands down, that was it.
Are we afraid of people voting? Are we afraid of people voting by mail? I don't know why. I think the one thing we should be afraid of is fraudulent candidates. And I think we should be afraid of election conspiracies and the big lie. Those are things to fear, not all of our citizens actually voting.
SB 524 passed the Ethics and Elections Committee 5-3. Also this week, it's back-to-back attacks on the rights of our communities.
The worst one, this is a big one. I'm dying. You hear that, Elizabeth? I'm coming to join you, honey. Oh. Maybe that's Elizabeth.
Senate Bill 1124 would prevent local governments from paying essential workers a living wage. SB 1124 passed the Community Affairs Subcommittee 5-3.
You big cold-blooded dummy.
Unfortunately, this isn't the only example of this attack on the workers who keep our communities running. Its rerun, House Bill 943, was heard in the House this week.
We expect, were this bill to pass, 20,000 employees at Miami International Airport, at the Port of Miami, at other Miami-Dade County facilities, 20,000 employees and their families could see their wages go down.
I've heard a lot of rhetoric today. This is about the free market. I want to be clear, this has nothing to do with the free market because companies are free to not bid on these contracts.
This bill is going to take struggling Floridians and make them struggle more.
HB 943 passed the Regulatory Reform Subcommittee 11-6.
Here's the estimate. Of course, it's only a ballpark figure.
Yeah, Yankee Stadium.
On a very special episode this week, House Bill 569 taught us the meaning of family, friendship, and community. Actually, it was yet another attack on the rights of local governments to govern.
According to Florida Tax Watch, this bill would cost your local residents over $905 million.
We oppose this bill because it amounts to a hidden tax that will be imposed by Florida taxpayers who will be forced basically to subsidize the inherent risk of doing business in this state.
HB 569 passed the Local Administration and Veterans Affairs Subcommittee 11-6.
Yuck, same old bunker. Pure pearls fall from your lips. Too bad you're not an oyster, you'd be worth something.
My, this sure does take me back.
It's not your antenna acting up. The view of Florida's government could get a lot more fuzzy. After staunch opposition from Florida's working champions, 2 pieces of legislation that would block government transparency continued through the Florida Legislature.
Mr. Jefferson, you won't mind if we take a little peek?
I wouldn't recommend it, Jenny. My security guard is a trained killer.
Senate Bill 520 would block the people from having a say in the selection of college and university presidents and would open the whole process up to comical levels of corruption. SB 520 was read for the second time in the Senate and awaits final approval next week. Its House counterpart, HB 703, is no laughing matter.
This is keeping things in the sunshine so that we know, so that we can identify conflicts of interest. So in this freedom session, we are now talking about stripping Floridians of a basic Article 1 freedom, the right to open government, open records, and open meetings.
The public's right to know is not just a, hey, we would prefer to know, or we would like to know, or it would be much better for us if we would know. They have a constitutional right to know.
It passed the Government Operations Subcommittee 11-7. The future isn't looking too bright for open governance in the Sunshine State.
So what kind of job you looking for?
Well, something that pays good but don't need no previous experience.
Have you thought about going into politics?
This episode of the Florida AFL-CIO Legislative Update was made possible by the viewers like you of the Working Families Lobby Corps. Members of the Florida Working Families Lobby Corps are on the front lines fighting for our rights, week in and week out during the legislative session.
Hi, my name is Jay Ferguson. I'm from Local 88, District Council 78 down in Tampa, Florida. I'm up here with the Working Lobby Family Corps, and I had a great time and learned a lot up here. It was a great experience, and everyone should get up here and experience at least one time in their life.
Hi, everybody. My name is Eliana Valencia Knight. I'm from Palm Beach County, CTA. I am up here at Tallahassee today at the Senate, and it was a great experience, and I expect you to come next time.
Hello, everybody. My name is Matt Tomko. I'm a teacher from Palm Beach County, CTA, AFT 7451, up here with Working Families Labor Corps. And I'm just happy to be here today to hope to benefit all of the working families in Florida, and I want to inspire everybody to come up here and put in the good work to get things done for regular people like you and I. Thank you.
That wraps up this edition of the Florida AFL-CIO Legislative Update. We now return to our regularly scheduled programming.